It's all right.
Sorry.
I was reading in my guidebook last night why this bit of Iraq used to be called Mesopotamia. Apparently it's Greek for between two rivers. I mean, you know hippopotamuses? Well, hippo means river, and potamus means horse. River horse, you see. No, it's the other way around, isn't it? Hippo means horse, and potamus means river. Otherwise it would be between two horses. So, as Meso apparently means between, Mesopotamia means between two rivers. The two rivers being the Tigris and that other one.
The Euphrates.
Yes, between two rivers.
I should have thought you would have known by now that dinner is at 8 o'clock, Mr. Carey.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Leidner. I thought that the work was what was important here.
Not at the expense of everyone else's convenience. We finished our soup, I'm afraid.
It's quite all right. I had to finish plotting those walls.
Yes. Yes, of course.
It's been lovely weather again today, hasn't it? Out of the sun, of course.
Ah, the fish. The fish from one of those very rivers of yours, eh, Captain Hastings?
Oh, isn't that a sturgeon?
They call it a hibiari out here. It's absolutely delicious.
Arabs do not understand fish.
That Father Lavity is a strange cove, isn't he?
There is certainly something odd about him. It's a curieux. He's a philosopher, an archaeologist, world-renowned. And from his books I had the impression of a man of great enthusiasm, of eloquence, and yet he seems not to have to rub together even the two words. Hastings, perhaps tomorrow afternoon I shall return to Baghdad with the postcard.
Poirot, look, I've been married a few years now, and I don't mind telling you I've learned a thing or two about the fair sex. Countess Rosikoff isn't coming back, you know.
That is as may be, Hastings. But it has less to do with my decision than the fact that in Baghdad the rooms there are lit by electricity, and the sand it is not so prevalent as to get inside the undervest. I do not know how you have borne it for 2 weeks.
Well, family, you know. I told young Bill I'd make it a decent visit.
You are a man of great courage. Good night, Hastings.
Good night, Poirot. Sleep well.
On the wall. It's all right. Don't be afraid. Get Eric. Yes. Get him. Yes. Dr. Leidner. Dr. Leidner.
What is it?
I saw the face again at the window, and I heard him scratching on the wall.
What's the matter?
Mrs. Leidner saw a face at her window, and someone was moving about in the antique room.
Right.
Nurse.
It's all right. Just breathe deeply, that's all.
What are you doing, Father Lavigny?
I saw a light. I thought someone was in here. I'm just checking to see nothing's been touched.
What do you think?
Well, it certainly looks like wax. Right here, by the handle.
I noticed it when I took its photograph.
Could it be candle grease?
From 6,000 years ago? I don't think so.
Wasn't there some disturbance in here last night?
No candles, though. Father Lavigny had a flashlight.
What was he doing in here?
He heard a noise.
How's his latest translation?
Don't be unfair to Father Lavigny, Richard. We've only found 4 tablets and seals as yet, and one of those has disappeared.
I apologize, sir. But everybody says he's a famous epigraphist. I just look forward to seeing his first bit of work.
It occurs to me, Dr. Leitner, that your work and the work that I do have much in common.
Really? Well, all I've ever wanted to do is dig in the earth, find out the secrets that time has buried there.
Exactement. The digging into the past. The sifting of a massive dross for the clues. And the people most important that you deal with are those who are dead.
Bet you don't have as much paperwork.
For the world, it is drowning in paper.
People will be thinking I'm insane.
Oh, good heavens, no.
Noises in the night, faces at the window.
No, there's something going on here. I shouldn't be surprised if somebody weren't trying to frighten the expedition off.
Do you really think so? You... Who's that? What's he doing?
Captain Hastings! You see the state I'm in?
شوتس away هنا شوتس away هنا لما روك منها وبعدين. You know, I'm very ashamed. None of the men on the work can understand me. I was trying my Arabic on that man. He's a townsman and I wanted to see if I got on any better, but no. Dr. Leitner says my Arabic is too pure. He can go next one. Name.
Poor little beggar. About 6 years old, I'd say. Sent into the next world with nothing but a little pot and a couple of bead necklaces.
Or perhaps that is all any of us need, Mademoiselle Johnson.
I know it's hard to believe, Mr. Poirot, but I can't tell you what fun we used to have. Dr. Leitner, Richard Carey and I, the first years we worked out here. We were such a happy party.
But what, Mademoiselle Johnson?
To be frank, since Dr. Leitner got married, of course, she's a very charming woman, and I can quite understand why Dr. Leitner fell for her. But if she's so nervous about coming to out-of-the-way places that she needs a nurse to hold her hand, she should have stayed in America. And now, a famous detective.
Oh, no, Mademoiselle Johnson, you are mistaken. I assure you that my visit here is purely coincidental.
Huh. There she is now.
I say, isn't that splendid? And it's almost undamaged.
I find their pottery crude compared to the Egyptians.
Oh no, Mr. Mercado. Unsophisticated, perhaps. But...
Oh my God!